For our bell work, we're going to work on a little statistics here. The range, well, the range is the biggest to the smallest, and we're looking at these falling stars, and I think the first thing we should do is rank them from the smallest to the greatest. Looks like 119 is the smallest, and then 122 would be next. Looks like 133. 134 happens twice. And then 152 and 170. And in statistics, I like to count. There's 7, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Make sure I got all of them there, and I do. Okay, I don't think I can undo that. Here we go. So the range is the biggest, subtract the smallest. So the range is 170, take away 119, and that's going to be 51. So the range is 51. The median is the middle number, so since we have 7 numbers, it should be the 4th number that's right in the middle. If you're driving down the highway, the median is the grass in between the divided highway, so the median is just 134. If there are 2 things in the middle, if there were an even number of things instead of 7, if it was 8, I'd have to take the average of the middle 2. The mode. Okay. And when it comes to mode, I just put an L on the end here. I don't really, but if you think of the model who wears the pantsuit or whatever people are wearing today, then you see it everywhere. The model made that the most popular thing. So hopefully that translates to the idea that the most popular thing on this list is 134. So the mode is 134. And then let's see, the mean. Now, you know the mean maybe as an average, but what we're going to do is add up all these numbers and get the mean that way. Well, divide by 7, right? There's so for purposes of taping, I probably should have done this before, but I'm adding them up on my calculator, and you'll just have to be patient with me, and I should get a reasonable answer somewhere between 119 and 170. If my mean is not between the biggest and the smallest, I did something wrong. So I get 964, and I'm going to divide that by 7 because I have 7 days in this situation. 7 days, so I divide by 7, and I get 137.71. We'll just round it to there. The mean is 137.71, and I wish I'd let's see. It's 964 divided by 7 is equal to that. So I think I like that better, show what I did. I take the total, just in case there's any question, the total divided by the number of things. Okay, so we are going to look at this again, the idea of a subset, and tell what of the following statements are true or false. So you can look at the example like we covered last time, but the reals, that's everything that's not imaginary. So are the reals a subset of the rationals? No, they're not, because that would mean that the rationals would have to be bigger. This would have to be bigger, and it's not. It would have to be bigger or the same to be a subset, and it's not. So the rationals are just the things that I can express as a fraction. You know what's a real number? The square root of 7. That's not a rational number. It's not part of the rationals, so therefore I would say no, and also no because the square root of 7 is not a subset of the rationals, but it is real. It's not imaginary. The square root of -7 is imaginary. That's on neither list. But anyhow, go ahead and you can look at the next one and see what you think about that.